this video. I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way. Mark Holmes is my daddy. Okay, that's out of the way. Ow!
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here on this Tuesday, Taco Tuesday afternoon. I hope you guys are all having a great day. We're sitting here waiting for the Cowboys to do something. I decided to bring a bottle of Zaya rum here because whenever the Cowboys finally make a move, I'm going to bust that thing open and have a shot. Or they won't make any moves. I'm going to bust that thing open and get drunk, okay? Actually, maybe I need to put it in the corner so my wife doesn't see it and take it away from me because she knows that the Dallas Cowboys make you drink. So a week or two ago, I know I've been saying this with my man Game Time Brian. Shout out to Game Time Brian, whose channel is growing like crazy. I hope we can get him to 2,000 subscribers before we head off to the draft. I'm very proud of him. I always think of I'm one of the old people here on YouTube. Let's be honest here. I don't know how old Shango is, but I think I may be the oldest one that's here doing the YouTube and things. I know Law Nation and Vosh Lombardi, they're like my kids, DMV and Game Time Brian and Primetime Phil. I almost feel like Papa Smurf. I'm true blue. So kind of like Papa Smurf, he was blue. And I feel like they're all my kids, and I'm very, very proud when I see them all come around. And Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction Gig Economy, he's back too. And so, you may or may not like me, which is cool. But check out and support, there's so many different Dallas Cowboy channels. I mean, a lot of different Dallas Cowboy channels. Check them out. And give them some support and some love. It doesn't cost you anything to give them a thumbs up or subscribe and like the channel and stuff. All those things do a lot of great good for, actually, maybe I'm not the elder. Mike Fisher might be older than me. Mike Fisher might be older than me, but it might be close. But be that as it may. When I was talking with Game Time Brian, and when we've been talking about Dak Prescott's contract, people will say, he doesn't care about winning. It's only about, getting every bit of the money and so on, and that he's not a team player. Well, the thing I say is, because people say Tom Brady, he took team-friendly deals. Well, he also made well over $200 million in his career. I think closer to $300 million, and he did have a wife. Now, I don't know if he's getting alimony from her or not, because she was worth more money than he was, but be that as it may. I don't see anybody on the Dallas Cowboys saying, you know what, I'm going to take a team-friendly deal. I didn't see that with Dez. I didn't see that with Romo. I didn't see that with D-Law. I didn't see it with, and I guarantee I won't see it with C.D. Lamb. But for some reason, we all point to Dak and say he should take a team-friendly one. And I get it. With your first contract, you want to make sure, because you don't know that you're going to get a second one. You have no idea how long your career is. And if you've gone through your first 4 years, when you go through your first 4 years of being in the NFL, and the backup quarterback has made more money than you, I want you to think about this for a second. When the offensive lineman, when the center, when the long snapper, when all of these players out there have made more money than you in your first 4 years, you look at that and say, I want to get paid like everybody else. Now, I was saying to a lot of fans, because people will say he just wants the money and stuff. Well, here's my thing. I said the Cowboys had 4 years where they weren't paying him any money. We didn't decide and say we're going to build a team. We're going to go out and get all these free agents while we have them on the rookie contract like the San Francisco 49ers have done. San Francisco's traded, for Christian McCaffrey, and they signed Hargrave and Chase Young and Randy Gregory and things. They make moves because they know we're not paying the quarterback. We didn't see that with the Cowboys. So if we're saying that the Cowboys, and thus far what we've seen so far through free agency, getting ready for free agency, they're not talking to anybody. from what we're hearing. Now, that's not to say that they're not being covert and talking to some people and targeting a player or two here or there. That remains to be seen. But if you were sitting here and saying, you know what, I need to help the Cowboys, man, they broke, man. They're sitting on the corner with a cup hoping to get some change. Let me go ahead and leave a little bit more for the Cowboys to be able to do something. But if you're sitting here looking and saying the Cowboys, well, if you say, I'll take $10 million less a year, will the Cowboys actually do something with that? Will they take a team-friendly deal? And my suggestion was this, is Jerry, Todd France, and Dak Prescott should have a come-to-Jesus time. They should sit down and say, listen, Jerry, the thing I care about is I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've gotten plenty of money. I got my baby, MJ and everything. I've been NFL Man of the Year. I want to be up there with Roger and Troy Aikman, and the only way I'm going to get there is by getting a Super Bowl. If I help you by taking a better team-friendly deal, we stretch it. I give you a couple extra years on it to spread the money out. Maybe I take, instead of the $60 million, we take like 54 or something like that, and backload it and stuff. Or you can offer me like the yacht or something. I don't know, but do things to help the team out. What are you going to do, or how are you going to guarantee me that that's going to translate into us doing more for the team? Because if you look at it from the standpoint of saying, yeah, maybe I make $50 million less from the Cowboys right now, but if I get that Super Bowl ring, I will more than make up for that throughout my career after football. You follow what I'm saying? And that's where you look at it and say, yeah, maybe I would take a team-friendly deal. And that was the premise of what I said before. And it's interesting because today, on 105 The Fan, and this is, of course, I'm not trying to say they stole this idea from me or anything like that. Everybody is going to. This is the thing about it. There's only so many options of things that can go on, that there's going to be crossover, that great minds will think alike and say similar things. And so here's what they're talking about on 105 The Fan today. Shane and RJ, would Dak Prescott be willing to take a pay cut with extension? Interesting take.
Spoke at an event last night. They asked him about the contract. He said, quote, I am definitely confident. Obviously, it helps the team. It's important for the cap numbers. I've heard Jerry say it's a process. Both sides understand it. Everything is great. It'll happen. So that was Dak last night while talking about his baby MJ arriving last Thursday. And I believe Dak said he has changed his first diaper.
Aw,
yeah.
Naming the baby after Jordan. Good thing. That's are good. That's a good sign right there. I look at Dak even talking about publicly, I think is interesting. Dak even publicly talking about, like, obviously it's good for the cap numbers. Like, I've never heard him. It's not often you hear players start talking about cap numbers as like, hey, this is a thing that you should engage.
So
in.
my wild card in this is. Does Dak become the hero of the city and turn all of his haters against him by taking a Tom Brady, Dirk, team-friendly deal? Is that possible, you think?
We would all agree that if he took $45 million, we all agree that would be a deal relative to the NFL.
No doubt.
Oh, super deal.
Yeah.
The people who dislike Dak Prescott will still say he was worth 40. I don't care what the cap says. I'm not paying him 45 now. He gets a raise for failing. Nobody's going to be happy with him.
You're right.
You're right. The people who want him here would sign him here for 70. The people that don't want him here wouldn't sign him here for 30.
Fine. Those people aside, do you think that Dak would think about taking 45?
No, I don't. And here's the deal with quarterbacks: the pressure that, and this is one of those.
Let me just interject for a second. Mm-hmm. I agree with what you said yesterday, Choppy. We heard it replayed in the snacks. Jerry Jones bumbling this all-in stuff. Stephen Jones being really tight with the purse. They haven't shown that they'll take that money and spend and go all in truly. So I probably wouldn't. I don't blame Dak if he doesn't give them any type of discount. But if you care about your legacy that much, like he pretends to, like he says he does, if you want to be put into a different conversation, if you want to be a living legend around here, and we don't have to search 25 years ago to find those guys to sit down with us with Emmitt Smith and Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin, that would be the move for Dak to make. To say, it is more important for me to win one Super Bowl as the Cowboys quarterback making $40 million than it is to go ahead and set up baby MJ's grandchildren for lives and lives to come, which are probably already set up anyway. I'm just saying that's the legacy move to make. I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to blame him for taking every single penny that's out there, especially with this all-in BS. But if he really, really cares that much about getting a ring and the extra value of getting a ring as the Cowboys quarterback, he would really consider it.
What have they ever shown they're willing to do with extra spending
I just
money?
spent the last 2 minutes saying nothing.
There you go.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what he would have to look at, is that he can cut them a break, and what they'll show is, more money for us to re-sign our own. Okay, cool. We don't have to say goodbye to
that's all in.
Whoever. Yeah.
Lamb and Micah.
Yeah, it's all in, except for not meeting with any of their top internal guys, their agents at the combine, except for Tyron Smith's agents tell him we're not going to get a deal done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds like all in.
But you know, though.
So you get the gist of it. And that's exactly what I said. It would be, trust but verify. Jerry, this is exactly what I said, and you can check with Game Time on it, or I can look back, although I do so many damn videos, it's hard to figure out which ones it was, or it may have been. But sit down and say, Jerry, listen, I want to win, damn it, and I'm not sure that you want to win. If we're serious about doing this shit, then yeah, let's sacrifice. Okay, I sacrifice some money on my contract, and you take some chances. Take some chances. This way, we both get what we want. Because I want to be Cowboys legend. And that's exactly what I said. And it's great when you see the professionals. I know I'm just new media, okay? I'm new media. We get no respect, Normally we're in our mama's basement and things. We didn't go to journalism school or anything like that. We are just Joe the fan that love the Cowboys and love to talk about it. But it's nice to, come back and hear others have the same discussion and thoughts that you have as well. It makes you feel like, man, maybe I got a little bit of credibility. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here and watching, commenting, subscribing, and listening to me literally belch on air. But, this is the way you do it with broke-ass media, because my life, I don't have enough time to start over and re-record it or edit it or anything like that. I got dinner I'm cooking downstairs for the in-laws that I need to go down and finish and things and stuff, and some other things I need to do here. So as always, I appreciate you guys, and we'll be talking soon. Peace out.